Let me preface this by saying I have 15 years of drawing experience. My experience with these lessons in the book will not be the experience of the person just beginning to draw. I have taken over a dozen college courses relating to art, and I have a degree in art education. I have strong fundamentals already. I also have my own opinions formed already. I took the advice I could get from better artists online and I applied it. My first encounter with life drawing was my 6th grade teacher skipping science to have us paint a still life. I remember this very distinctly. It was influencing enough I wrote a poem about the painting that the teacher would submit to a publication. A printed copy of which still hangs outside of my room at my mother's. This was probably my only formal experience with still life till college. Not good. I took the advice draw from life that many artists online uselessly spout. The concept is not useless, just the presentation. It doesn't say how. Before I get any further, I want to say I am following along with the advice from Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain. This video starts with the very first assignment, which is draw a face without using a real model or any kind of photos, just do it from your own mind. This is a great starting point because it allows you to look back later and see your progress. So I think that is a very good thing that this author is doing. And I want to say a couple of things about this. One, I was doing it on camera and I would have worked differently if I wasn't doing it on camera. I would have positioned my paper different because having it on camera and having it within the frame made drawing awkward, so the face is a little bit skewed because of that. And also, I did it for speed, so instead of spending several hours on this, I only spent a couple. And I used tools I would not normally use, such as a blending stump, which you will see later on in the video. And I hate them because, well, they darken the color too much. Like, it's not a smooth transition. It's blotchy in its application, and they tend to not be liftable, so it makes the pencil stay on the paper more. These are all negatives in my book, so I wanted you to be clear that these are not my normal drawing habits, but it is a good example of like what can I do in a fairly short period of time. The intro to Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain gave me flashbacks to my first semester teaching. For what I've observed, students have eyes, but fuck all can they use them. I can't imagine what the world looks like to them because it sure isn't what I can see. Right there in front of my face. It's like I see a stool and they see a chia pet. That comes with the question, how do you teach someone to see? I have some theories. First, there needs to be some self-awareness. I can't tell you the number of students who must be lying because no one is that dense. I had a girl paint purple circles for clouds, and I told her to look more at the provided picture because the clouds are not circles. I watched her she sat on her stool with her back to the board and painted. Not 5 minutes later, she was back telling me she looked at the pictures. So that self-awareness bit is realizing if you are facing the thing you are drawing or not. I find the second and third chapters somewhat unnecessary. Yes, the metaphor of writing as a drawing is a good one, I've used it myself, but likely doesn't need its own chapter. The third chapter of the functions of the brain is a bit much. New research on the brain may have led to this book, but do I, a person just looking to draw well, need that much back information? I do find it necessary to compare drawing to writing. Art is a language. You read a painting, there is a grammar to art, and to do art well, you have to learn it. There is one quote I want to share from this chapter. It is one thing I wish my students would understand. We see how things exist in space and how the parts go together to make up the whole. Using the right hemisphere, we understand metaphors, we dream, we create new combinations of ideas. And ignoring the right brain, the seeing part, you are ignoring the bigger picture, aka abstract reasoning. Now I'm going to leave you with the rest of the drawing, and I will come back with more thoughts in part 2. Bye!